Hi everyone, Katie with Spilling Paint here, and today we're going to pour on a skull. I ethically sourced this skull. I have a friend that works with at a deer processing place, and this is a deer skull, and I got them from her. This is not the first one I've painted. One second. Scooch this one out of the way. Here's one I painted the other day. And I love it. And here's another one. And they look awesome. Definitely going to do more stuff with bones. I am possibly going tomorrow to pick up some more bones that I'm going to be working with. I've got well, I'm not picking up bones. I'm picking up the carcasses. So yay, I get to clean those and all that. These came in, these were for the most part cleaned. I had to do a little bit of scrubbing, I had to degrease them, and I had to whiten them. But other than that, like all the skin and whatnot was already gone, thankfully. But these ones I'm picking up tomorrow, now these are mice and rats that I'm picking up tomorrow from a friend that breeds them. And she sells them for snake food and whatnot. And I used to breed as well. I miss it terribly. It was a lot of fun. Definitely plan to get back into it when I have more space. Maybe my own house. And she had some frozen, and basically the freezer broke and everything went bad. And she refroze them because she couldn't deal with the smell, and she had to get rid of them. But she couldn't exactly just, I keep bumping that. Just put them in the trash bag, you know. It would be a bad smell. So I'm possibly picking those up tomorrow. So they're going to be little bitty. But, and it's going to be a while before they're ready, because I've got a lot more work to do with them, because they're not just the bones. Anyway, let's get back to this one. So, something I'm doing different on this one. I've got tape all on the bottom and going up a little bit on the sides here and on the back. I don't want paint there. I want to leave that bone natural. And these were whitened a bit. And I didn't fully degrease them either, or this one, because I wanted a more natural bone look. So I left them a little dirtier. They have been sealed, though, with a sealant. Well, this one's been sealed with a sealant. And now I'm just going to pour paint over it. Something to keep in mind if you ever do a pour and you put tape down because you don't want the paint in those areas. The paint can seep under some tape. And if you don't have the tape pressed down hard enough on the edges and whatnot, it can seep through. Something that helps with that, if you take your pouring medium, like I didn't use my pouring medium, I used Floetrol, which a lot of people use just Floetrol. And I painted around the edges with the pouring medium, and I let it dry. It's been sitting outside drying today. That creates a sort of seal, and it leaks up under the tape, which is fine because it dries clear. And it seals it a little bit, and that'll help a ton with keeping the paint from seeping under there. I'll show you an example of one I did. Not a skull, but so this was a pour I did, one of my first pours actually. And I drew and cut out an elk. Well, I traced an elk. I found a picture and I traced it onto some contact paper, and I adhered it on. You know, it's got the sticky side, and I stuck it on there, and I painted around it with the Floetrol, and then I went through and painted it black after the Floetrol dried, so none of the paint leaked under and made it look all messy. And it's, you know, this isn't amazing or anything, but it's one of my first pours, and one of the first times, if not the first time, I embellished a pour, and I decided to keep it. So it's just a little wooden piece. I haven't done anything. I varnished it, but haven't done anything else to it. It's just cool to look back at, you know, how far I've come from, you know, my pieces before. Oh, they were terrible. And I don't have anything to show you because I've either thrown them out or painted over them. And that's the thing. If you're new to pouring and all that, give yourself time. Keep practicing. Sometimes you're going to get amazing results. Sometimes they're just not going to be what you wanted, or not turn out so great, and that's fine. Learn from it. Paint over it. Move on. You will get better. You just got to keep trying. Anyways, the way I'm going to do this, I'm not going to layer a cup. I did that with those, and I got really great lines through here. They look awesome, but once you get up to the skull, the top of the skull, it's really hard to keep those, and it just got messier, which I still like these a lot. But I would like to keep those lines throughout on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flood it with black paint. And then I'm going to just take my bottles and just do little lines all throughout. So let me get my black paint and I'll be back. And we're back. So, colors. We, of course, have black, like I already mentioned. I have this kind of soft blue, and I added some silver to make it metallic. I have that metallic red brown from my chocolatey pours. I have gold. I have a maroon mix, again from the chocolatey pours. A dark metallic chocolate kind of color. That caramel. And a turquoise. Now, all of those are mixes of colors, except for the black. It is just Montmartre black. Most of them are they're mostly Montmartre colors mixed together. There may be some other brands mixed in, like the silver and gold. It's like folk art, I think. And I mix those into several of them, that making them metallic and whatnot. But let's just get to this. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this. Let's come over here where you can see. There we go. I'm going to get this side here. And over on this side. And I'm going to pour a little bit down the cavity here. Okay. Let me sit it down. Now I'm just going to get the rest. I'm pouring kind of slower, trying to make sure I get everything covered that I want covered. So there's not much I have to go through and try to paint later. Like those other two, the bottoms, you know, didn't get painted at all, or didn't get poured on at all, as well as inside the eyes. I had to go through with a paintbrush to those areas. And that's one of the reasons I'm using my turntable, so I can get around to all the angles I'm going to need to make sure I get everything. Now I've got tape in the eyes, so the eyes won't have any paint in them, hopefully, if my tape job worked. Oops. Get this little bit here. Oh, there's no point in doing that. And that should be everything that I need painted up here. Yeah, that should be good. I have more black paint if I need it. Now I'm going to give it a torch because there are a few air bubbles because I did just mix that black paint up. That one was refusing to pop. Okay, so now I'm just going to go crazy with my bottles here. I'm going to pop them open real quick. Oh, I don't need that one. Alright. What color should I start with? Let's start with this maroon. Or, yeah, maroon mix. And all I'm doing is just giving it a squeeze and just doing stripes. All through there. Man, that already looks awesome. Alright, and we're done. I'm kidding. I kid. Hold up. I wanted black up through there. So I'm just using my popsicle stick to help spread the black paint through there. Come on now. Get up there. There we go. Did I do this side too? Nope. Nope. Stuff is falling. That ought to do it. Okay, yeah, we're good with the maroon. Now I'm going to go with this metallic red-brown. I'm not going to use as much of it. Let's do the turquoise. Leave it like that. Gold. Dark chocolatey kind of brown, which looks pretty much black right now. I think it dries a little better though. I don't have a bottle for this one, so and I think that's too much color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with my black. It helps cover some of that up. Maybe a little more. I should have just left it with the maroon. That looks great. Uh-oh. I'll just keep going until I like it. I'm going back to the maroon. Okay, so I don't like the gold. Did I do turquoise? I did. I do like that blue and the maroon. I don't like the gold. Let's do this. I do not have much left in here. I do have black in that bottle a little bit. Maybe if I just keep going with more maroon. Try to cover up, get rid of that gold. Come on now. Oop. Thought the gold would be good, and I don't like it. Okay, so now we're back to mainly the maroon and black. And air bubbles. Okay, so I think I'm going to drop that on the floor. This is that chocolatey brown. I'm just going to go over with that to get me more of a blank slate here to work with. Let's do that, and yes, I like that much better. So, we're down to like 3 colors on this right now. It's mainly black, that chocolatey brown, which I can see a difference between it and the black here. You may not be able to see it on the camera. And that soft blue and the maroon. And I like it a lot better. What if we did, let me think here. Really wishing I had mixed up more black paint. Let's do this. This is too much back here, I think. The lines are too thick. So we're going to use this brown to break it up a bit. Woo! I'm about knocking over everything back here. I like it up here. I like this. Yeah. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now there are areas where paint pools up, so I'm going to lift this and just give it a little tilt to get rid of some of that pooled up paint so it's not so thick there. That should be better. Wipe my hands real quick. And I don't do all the tilting and whatnot with these because it's an odd shape and it's not really necessary. It's not like it's flat canvas, you know. I am going to torch it again. So we ended up getting rid of most of the colors I had picked out. It was just too busy, I think. Just doing some touching up. About out of that. Yeah, I just covered up what I did for the most part. There, that'll be fun. But hopefully when this dries and I peel that tape, the bottom part will be natural. Sorry, I had a torch again. I saw my bubbles. The bottom part will be natural bone, and the top will have all this awesome color. And the chocolate brown is metallic, and the blue is metallic. The maroon is not, and the black is not. Of course, there's not much black that I can see anymore. It's mostly that chocolate brown. So I may, let's see if I can drizzle any more out of this. To kind of fill it. Oh yeah, it's all back here where I was like, oh, I'm going to just fill this in and make it less busy. Just add some black. There's just real thin lines of black. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to look awesome. So, I guess that's it for now. That went pretty quick, I think. How long have I been recording? I have no idea, because I don't know where my timer thing is. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe so you can see my, get notifications when I upload new videos. talking is hard, okay? Anyway, I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye. So, I forgot to say something while I was doing the last bit there. First off, here's the close-up. It's really hard to get pictures and videos of these while they're still wet because of all the, it's not a flat surface, so the light hits it and gleams everywhere. You can kind of see the brown now, though, getting close up here. And the maroon is looking brighter than it actually is on the camera. Don't know why. But check out my links in the description. I opened a Redbubble shop. So that's where I design the products. So I used pictures of my pores and everything. And they print them and ship them. So you can go on there and order all kinds of cool stuff with my print, my pores on them, like pillows and coffee mugs and notebooks and all that cool stuff. Even masks. And they ship it to you and everything. And I got some in the other day because I ordered from them first to make sure they looked alright before I opened the shop. And they look great. So I added a bunch more stuff to the shop, and the link will be in the description. So go check that out. Real cool stuff there. The other 2 skulls are for sale. It'll be a few weeks before I can varnish them because the paint has to cure. But feel free to message me. And that's it for now. Bye again.